Hey travelers, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do a shell challenge that my sister put together for me. You can find it on the gallery page. It is tagged, actually it doesn't seem like it's tagged at all. But it's on my gallery page, which you can see on the screen right here, which is travingo-tales. And my sister built it on a 64 by 64 lot, but I've just put it on a 40 by 30 and it fits. So we're going to go ahead and do a shell challenge. Let's go ahead and go back into that actually and read what the instructions are. She says, the rules for this one is you cannot delete any walls. You may move the rooms however you want to. You must landscape. You may delete one room if you feel you need to do so, but only one. You may not change any of the room's shapes or sizes. You may add on and include in your final design a maximum of 2 more rooms if you feel you need to do so. Those rooms must be the same shape and size of one of the rooms I've given you. Choose wisely. You cannot change the traits given to you for the house. Okay. Geothermal, homey, and training ground. Odd. Alright, and then here is the shell challenge she built. So we've got a lot of little boxes, it seems to me. Yeah, a lot of little boxes. Okay, well, let's do this. She gives us this box right here. Maybe. And then these boxes can come around. That's definitely like a bedroom and a bathroom right there. And then let's see if we can get this one to fit right here. Yeah. And then we can move this one right here. Okay, and then we need to pick up the whole house and move it so that its layout makes more sense for a home to do. Okay, so let's go ahead and just roof the rest of it. And we might make this a balcony with some fencing. I think that makes sense. Okay, so I think our entrance is over here. And I think a double door makes the most sense. I haven't built in The Sims in a really long time, so I'm not as used to the keys as I used to be. And I am having a little bit of trouble like pulling away from the camera and remembering what buttons do what. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. I think that we definitely need windows, and we need a door up here too, since we're going to have this little balcony. So since we used Love Struck up top, let's try and use one that's similar enough up here too. One that isn't too far apart. Like, we could get away with this one. Could even get away with this one in white. It's a French door. Okay, alright, and then we need windows and siding. I think we're just gonna go with like a white siding. And then we could go with the one from Cats and Dogs, or we could just go with the normal one. I think we'll put this everywhere, and then we'll put some brick places too. And then we'll do some landscaping. I'm gonna do the landscaping off camera since her instructions say I have to do landscaping. But I think this is going to be the house we go with for now. And then because this area doesn't have... This isn't a room, you know? I can't click on it. I am going to go ahead and see about painting it a little more like a courtyard. Start designating our layout. Like, this is definitely the master bedroom. Whoops, sorry about that sound. That was my phone falling. Alright, so this is definitely the master bedroom, obviously. So let's go ahead and get some doors. I think I'm just going to go with this simple door. Oh, which reminds me that we're going to need stairs. So she didn't say whether or not we could add walls, but I think I'm going to add one right here and turn this into probably the kitchen, because this would be a good living room. And then we could have like a plant room and like a playroom, and this is the front room, the foyer. But we could have this be like a playroom and a living room and a kitchen. Or we could have this one be living room type stuff, and this one be play type stuff, and this be like half kitchen, half, and then this is like half dining room, half something else. But I think that's best. And then this could definitely just be a walk-through space. And then this is the master bedroom, and they have an ensuite bath, so we'll take care of that like in this space. And then this can be like a closet where they have access to this balcony out here. And we'll go ahead and put this out here for this balcony, because that makes sense. This flooring. And this flooring out here for this little balcony. And then that means this could also be a bedroom with some into other places. Like these three could be a bedroom. And so then these two could be a bathroom. And then the only thing is, yeah, exactly. I think that would work. I think that would work as a layout. Because there are the stairs, and then this could be a door, and we could have a door coming through here too. Okay. And so I think that's going to be 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms in this small house. So I'm going to go ahead and work on the wallpapers and floors and the landscaping off camera, and then when we're done with that, I'll come back and we'll do the furnishing of the house together. Okay, travelers, we're back, and we are fully landscaped, and we've done a backyard as well. And I just want to show it to you, and I've done both bathrooms as well. Actually, I don't think I did the second one, just did the first one. And there are 3 bathrooms now. All right, so I decided that it's going to be like a single parent with a kid, but the kid is a teenager, so they used to use all this stuff as a child, but now they're a teenager, so there's a sleeping bag in here and some teen homework. But teens can still use all this stuff, I'm pretty sure. And then because of the lot trait, because my sister put in these lot traits, and one of them is training ground, I thought, okay, well then we'll also give them a dog. And so I decided to give them the dog training stuff too. But yeah, so we are fully landscaped, and this is the house as it is right now. It's a little weird looking, but it is a shell challenge. And I've done all the wallpapers and the flooring. And this little area I turned into like a closet. Like you'd have stuff in here, like lockbox stuff. And then you have these 2 pantry shelves that you could put anything in. And then this little shelf in the foyer too. And then, so yeah. And this is all like foyer space. And then this is going to be kitchen. And then in the just regular landing area foyer is just a mirror and a plant. So basically the goal is to put living rooms to either side in these spaces, doing whatever we want with them. Kitchen over here, dining room over here, and probably also a bar area. Because yeah, there's a kid in this house, but adults have the right to have that kind of stuff too. And then here's the first bathroom that I did, just because I felt like it kind of matched the wallpaper, these things. And I put curtains in the bathroom because it looks right out, and I wanted to, just to have some privacy for them. So yeah, that's the first bathroom I did as well. And now I'm going to go ahead and turn move objects off so that things don't get weird. Okay, so then the goal is to make these 3 rooms the bedroom for the young girl, is what I'm thinking. And this, the bedroom for the master bedroom for the parent. It could even be 2 parents. This is a huge bedroom. It's just ginormous. But the door comes right off from the stairs. We could have actually moved the stairs down one, but I wanted there to be enough space in this landing area. So the first thing I think we're going to tackle is the kitchen. I've only put a couple of things in here. Just this shelf and this fireplace, just for fun. Because I felt like this is a good wall for that. And because of that, I actually am going to go ahead and grab this brick. Yeah. And just line the wall with this brick. Because I feel like that makes sense. Yeah. There we go. All right, and then, yeah, so I think we're going to go ahead and do the kitchen first, and I'm not going to limit by packs. So I think that the fridge could go over here. So I'm going to go ahead and find our appliances. I do like the fact that we have so many appliances, but I don't want the salvaged ones. Let's see what fridge fits. Maybe the magnet one? Okay, maybe. Alright, and let's go ahead and get counters. I think we'll do the ones that the base game got updated with. Ooh, the kitchen one would be cool with this swatch. Okay, let's go right end piece, corner piece, tile piece. Let's leave room for the stove right there. End piece. Left end. Can't get it to fit there because of the doorway. That's okay. And then we can put maybe some counters right here. We totally could maybe fit that if we had move objects on, which we don't. So let's go ahead and see if we can fit just the normal one counter. Yeah. Doesn't look as good, but it's fine. Because, ideally I'd want it to be capped off as well, like this one. And if we had move objects on, then that would work, but we don't, so that's fine. Alright, so then we need a stove, so let's go ahead and get our stove. I think we'll try to go with the Home Chef Hustle one because it matches the cabinets, which I believe is this one. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then for lighting choices, we do have a shelf that's also a light. So I'm going to go ahead and limit by Home Chef Hustle. Yeah, here we go. We can get this one in 2 places. Let's move that over a little, actually. It is odd for it to be so fiddly. And then I guess we can also get a range hood. Cool. And then we can use a couple of the Home Chef Hustle appliances, like this one and this stand mixer. But I don't really want to use any of the other ones. And then we can also use Home Chef Hustle clutter as well. Let's see if there's any shelf room on these ones. No, there's not. So we can go ahead and put the plates back here. I'm going to take those. And I think I'll take the stone gray ones too. Those are pretty. And then we can put spices over here. Oh, we need a sink still. But this would be a good area for a sink. Put that up there for now. And then let's go ahead and go plumbing. And there's the Home Chef Hustle sink. Maybe we should put the sink over here. Shuffle these things over. And then the only other thing I kind of want to see if we can do is I kind of want to see if we can get a coffee maker, like base game. Okay, I like this better just above the sink, so we can go ahead and get rid of this shelf and put this here. And I'm just going to hold Alt to get it. And let's go ahead and see if we have anything else. No. Oh, this kitchen scale can go in that little area. And then maybe we can do one more shelf. Yeah, like this one. To at least imply storage options. And then we can go ahead and remove that and go to the kitchen clutter kits, because there are 2 of them. Cozy Kitsch is not the right one. Kitchen clutter, there's one. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we put that little island here instead. How big is it? I don't think it would actually go there, so that's out. Okay, so then we have these canisters. Let's go ahead and then we have like this weird cutting board and this scale thing. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and clutter the kitchen and then we'll be right back. Okay, so I finished the kitchen and began working on the dining room. So let's show you the finished kitchen. So this is the cluttered corner, and this is the one where there's space for more clutter, but actually I don't like the way it cuts into the window, so we'll put it here instead. And it's like now a shelf above the refrigerator, which I think is a good idea. We're gonna move it down slightly. Shelf above the refrigerator, put things on it. And then I put some art out too. And we have this little curio table right here. And I feel like that would be a good place to just put some plants. So let's go ahead and see what we've got. Cool, we have some art. Some plants too, which I like. So I'm just going to put some plants out in the dining room. And I'm going to try and find one more flower for this table. There we go. Some flowers on that table. There we go. And I'll get someone in here to make sure the Sims can still go up the stairs with that little bit of space right there. Okay, so then in here we do want a bar. So I'm going to go ahead and pull out the Love Struck bar stools. Yep, just 2 of them while we decide on the actual bar. And then here is a thing from the Bistro kit that we could put in here instead of having all of these photos on the wall. Move all of these over. There we go. And then we need an actual bar. There's a bar back too. That's really pretty. This is also a bar back, but I think it looks exactly like that one, to be honest. And then we have some barrels. We even have the wedding ones. Very cool. And we have the bar back from Love Struck. Okay, now let's get to the actual bar. What's from a pack? Some of these are from weird packs that I don't really remember. Okay, so I'm going to go with that one. And then over here, I'm going to go with the dining room table. And we're going to go ahead and find it in surfaces. And make it a good sized table. But I also want it to fit in with the vibe. So I think maybe this one. And then we're going to get some chairs. Yeah, that's okay. And then we're going to hold Alt on the rug and just move it so it's under the table. Okay, neat. And then I guess we could also put a plant. We can actually move this plant into this corner and move that over there so that the bartender has space. And that means we can put this other bar stool back. And then right here, we could maybe put like a chair. I don't know if the bartender will have space to get back there though, so actually, let's go ahead and remove that. Okay, cool. And then we're going to put in a little bit of lighting at the ceiling, so wall lights. And I think I'm just going to do this one from Horse Ranch. Nothing can go where that plant is. Interesting. Anyway, I think it does kind of work with the bistro vibes, so, of this dining room. Okay, so dining room's done, so is the kitchen, so is this bathroom. So then we have 2 living spaces, and I want to make sure I put a desk and a computer in one of them. Oh, and I put this TV on the wall in here too, because I thought that might be fun. But we do want to know what to do with these 2 rooms, and I just don't know what we're going to do with them yet, so I might fill them with something off camera. So for now, let's go ahead and finish up the bathrooms. I'm going to finish up this bathroom and this bathroom, and then I'll show them to you when we're done. Okay, so my heater is on, and so the amount of noise it creates is just not conducive to recording the rest of this video. So let me just go ahead and show you. I did this bathroom, and I did the balcony with some just random stuff for them to do. some plants and this nectar maker and a telescope and the knitting stuff. And then I think this foyer still needs lights. Yeah, it's got one light, so it could use a wall light. Let's get that one. And then I went ahead and did their bathrooms and their closets. So here's the first closet, and then here's the bathroom. And I've started doing their bedroom, and I'm going to just put in a bed and 2 side tables. And then if I can fit a desk in, I will, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I might fit a desk in the closet and move this in here. Yeah, that could work. We'll see if I can make that work. Because I can shuffle some stuff around in the closet in order to fit a desk. And I just gave them this mermaid box because I liked the look of it, but in reality it's not necessary, so let's go ahead and do that and fit a desk in. So let's go ahead and fit in a desk for the parents or parent, because I don't know exactly. And I'm going to go ahead and fit this fabricated desk in because I like the color scheme. And then that was my cat sneezing, and then this, and let's go ahead and fit in a computer. Let's go ahead and get let's go ahead and get this one. Okay. And then in terms of decorations, let's go ahead and go for, yes, Oakley, we hear you. Let's go ahead and go for candles, maybe, just for extra light in there. And then over here, let's go ahead and get their bed. We want to go really comfy. I really like the one from high school years. It's gorgeous. I think it fits more for the daughter, though, whose bedroom's going to be over here. Basically, that's all that's going to be in this room for the daughter because we just don't have the space for anything else. Let's go ahead and get a bed for the parents. Maybe we'll go with this one, which was a base game update. And it's all the pride flags, which I love. Not really appropriate for this build though, because I don't know who the family is yet. Maybe we get this one. And I do have move objects on, so I am going to turn it off. Okay, we don't need quite this long of a rug. Anyway, so and then the foyer has no space for anything. So bathroom, closet, bedroom, and then this is the teenager. This is a sitting space with the tea thing for the getting into the teens room, and then this is going to be her room. So we're going to go ahead and get her a couple of side tables and some lighting. I think I'm going to go for this one on this side. And then I think I'll go this cottage living one on this side, but maybe a different swatch. Yeah, there we go. And then we need a rug. So let's go ahead and get her a nice big rug. I do want to get her like a big fluffy rug. There we go. That's good. And then let's go ahead and get some lighting. Just some table lamps. And then we're not going to put a computer on there because it's a teenager. They will need a space to do homework. And then this is their closet that we've gone ahead and done. I just want to get a rug in there. For now, I like this one. Doesn't really go with the swatch of the rest of the place, but I still really like it. You do want to wiggle it over a little bit, though. No. It's a little bit too big. So, what about this? Maybe we could layer these colors. Yeah, there we go. And then this is their bathroom. It's going to be a teen girl that I've designed it for. But you can go ahead and change up the swatches, etc. And then that's their little side of the house. And this tea room is for everyone. And then, so the only thing we have left to do is the downstairs living areas. And I'm going to put some activities and couches. Like, this is going to be the wall the main TV is on. So we can go ahead and do that really fast. Sadly or dopely. Let's go ahead and do... that one, maybe? Actually, I think that doesn't fit, so that's fine. And now let's try to find a rug. I like the black one, this black one. And now we can go ahead and do a little bit of lighting. Alright, and then we also can do the burglar alarm and this. And we can put this in the kitchen. Okay. Cool. And then we might also want to put a smoke alarm in their room as well, because they have a fireplace in their bedroom. So that's like the living room section over here. And then I'm going to put a divider, so I want to look them up and see. We can totally do this plant one. This one's really beautiful. But I really like the bistro one too. Maybe we should do the bistro one and then put the plants in. Cool. And then that will divide the space. Give people an entrance and exit into that area. And then we can do whatever we want with this side. And it's the same with the side on the other side. So off camera, I'm going to go ahead and finish up both these rooms. Basically going to put in as many activities as I can think of to put in. And I think I might even put some yoga over here. And maybe some games over here. So, like, there's, like, the button basher. And, like, the gaming console. Yeah. There we go. I think that works. Cool. For that room, that works. And then over here, I think I'll do yoga in this corner. Or yoga over here. And maybe, like, painting stuff over there. Alright. Let's go ahead and do that. I was going to do it off camera, but let's go ahead and just do that. Let's get some yoga mats down over here. And maybe one of those block things. Maybe put those out on a table. Maybe the hot chocolate one too. Yeah, that might be nice. Now let's do some lighting. Okay, and then over here, maybe some kind of game. Or like I said, maybe painting. There's a lot of windows right here. So yeah, let's go ahead and put in a bonsai tree. And I guess we could put in the apothecary stall too, but it doesn't really fit the vibe of this house. The painting things though. Let's get that. And then let's go ahead and decorate that, and we'll use the artist studio kit, which I can't remember. Yeah, there it is. Okay, here's the totally finished build now, and I went ahead and added one area outside that's important, which is just, it's not actually important, but I added this counter and I added this drink thing on top of it. So here's where I ended up in this side. There's some yoga and the bonsai tree, popcorn maker, hot chocolate couch. And then here's like the artist studio side, and there's even a sink. And then this is the dining room and the bar area and the kitchen, which you've already seen, and the downstairs bathroom. And then here's the living room. And then over here, there's like just gaming stuff, foyer. And then upstairs, you've already seen. So that's the whole build. It will be up on the gallery by the time you see this. It isn't right this second, but it will be by the time you see this. I'm also going to make the family for this place. I think 2 parents and a teenage daughter. I think that fits for everything I've got going on. And a dog. And I don't usually make dogs, but I'm going to put them up on the gallery too. And I'll tell you on my... when you see this, I'll include in the description that the family is made and up on the gallery. And so is that the house is up on the gallery as well. All right, thanks so much for watching, travelers. I hope you enjoyed this shell challenge by my sister. If you want to do it, it's on my my gallery page. And Kay, I hope you enjoyed the shell challenge that I did, the house that I built with it. And anyway, thank you guys for watching, and make sure you leave a like and a comment, share the video with your friends, family, and followers, and subscribe if you aren't already. Additionally, please make sure that that you are at least hitting like on my videos, and you can leave a comment for engagement purposes if you want to as well. And then I hope you have a great day wherever you're at in yours. Bye, travelers, and we will see you for the next video on Thursday. If I have time. I have a lot going on this week. But this will go up on Tuesday, definitely. I think. Town to City might be going up on Tuesday, actually. And then this will go up Thursday. We'll see. Either way, have a great day wherever you're at in yours, travelers. Bye.